Hey, Raindrops. On today's episode of Reality with the King, Monica Garcia is back. And baby, we got to talk about the investigation, the fraudulent activity, the plot of it all. This episode was a doozy, baby.
There I have, look at it. This was the first one that when I watched it, I was like taking notes. Like I have a notebook of all the, I have so many notes from this yacht episode. It was insane. It was insane. Yeah.
Insane in the membrane, I like to say. And sorry, Rachel McAdams, the notebook belongs to Monica. Because, baby, she is about to read from it. So, girl,
Yes.
I mean, where do we begin? So, Raindrops, I mean, look, what Monica and I dissected last week was how all of these allegations of Bronwyn's past out of nowhere just started to unearth. And it's funny because I remember, Monica, you and I ended our episode, on the question, do we think Lisa had anything to do with it? Little did we know that the rest of the cast, besides Meredith, allegedly, they all believe she did. So, girl, when Bronwyn came on the boat, so listen, she defied her husband, Todd. She decided to go on the yacht, to go on the trip.
Yeah.
And look, she talks about how it was hard for her to be there, but she decided to show up. And look, Brittany starts questioning her about this Grand Theft Auto. I'm like, what in the Nintendo was going on here? Like, Monica.
Okay, let me just say this. I have so much to say, and I know we're not going to get through it all, but let me say this. When you go on these shows, it doesn't matter what show it is. Anytime you go on reality TV, your shit is going to come out. You don't need Lisa Barlow to have all this shit unearthed because everyone on the internet is going to do it for you. It doesn't matter who it is. It could have been a relative. It could have been an ex-best friend, okay? It could have been someone on the cast. But either way, when you go on these shows and you decide to put yourself on a reality TV show, all your shit is going to come out. And so I think, yes, you can go ahead and sit there and be like Lisa Barlow or whoever, but also like give it up to all the super sleuths on the internet too, because when I tell you they are working double time behind the scenes to get that clickbait, to bring any kind of attention, like they're going to do it. So I think like, yeah, she can sit there and be like, this stuff never would have come out otherwise. Bullshit. It would have come out otherwise because Lisa Barlow isn't the only one trying to unearth all these dark skeletons on people that go on reality TV shows. I think that's just something you need to be like, yep, my shit's going to come out no matter what.
And first of all, you are 100% right. I'll just start by saying that as a producer, it's one of the things that I've learned based on producing season 1 of the Atlanta Housewives in 2008. And this is before social media. But I remember, Monica, 2008, The Real Housewives of Atlanta comes out. And the local station in Atlanta did like this expose on Nene Leakes. And this is not social media, guys.
Yes.
This is a journalistic program. The 11 o'clock news, and they did this sort of expose, girl, about does she have the money she has? Does she live the lifestyle that she lives? So you are right in terms of that's what happens, and that is to me the sort of big thing in this episode of the whodunit. Did Lisa Barlow single-handedly reveal all of these things that are sealed when it comes to Bronwyn? And these girls are not letting up on her, Monica.
No, they're not. And my baby is losing her shit.
Hey, baby.
Hang on. Oh, sorry.
You're fine. Your baby has something to say because she's agreeing with you. So the thing
I know. She's like, these bitches.
So I want to get your thoughts on that because look, Bronwyn is telling Brittany that look, no one called her besides Mary. And she once again says, look, I got evicted from my apartment. I was
Yeah.
pregnant. There's a case that happened 10 years ago that is sealed. The penal code was revealed. And when you search that particular penal code, it references identity theft, grand theft, fraud. And she believes that's what these ladies are. Yeah. So like, do you think it's the fans like this person on Twitter, or do you think Lisa's behind it?
So, okay, I need to like make sure this needs to get said, because Lisa for sure has dug up stuff on people. I don't need to say allegedly, because I personally have, when she did it to me, I have all of the proof and receipts and all the things to prove that she 100% did that to me. But she's not the only one. And I find the biggest takeaway for me from watching this episode was having to sit there and watch yet again Heather be the ringleader and the monologue deliverer of yet another episode when I wrote this down, okay? She said, because this is really important. I'm serious. Lisa says, I've never dug up stuff on these women. Nobody in this group would do that. The bullshit, the bullshit, the bullshit. Okay. All lies. Lie, 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 lie. And Heather calls and refers to themselves as privileged women, which could not be, I mean, that was the one truth, okay, told at that dinner table. The privilege is astounding. And Heather says to Lisa, just fucking own it. Heather, I'm gonna need you to own your involvement in reality Von Teese, bitch. You want to sit there and act like, oh, I would own it. I would own it. Okay, own the fact that you were running your little hairdresser to our group chat because you wanted specific shit leaked about Jen Shaw on Von Teese. Okay, and there's receipts for that. All right, so when she's sitting there yelling at Lisa, you're the source, you're the leak, you're this, you get stuff out, you talk to blogs, like, bitch, put a mirror in front of your fucking face, because so do you. And so have they all. And Carlos, I know, so have many other housewives. I think that it is so funny that people will sit here and be so hypocritical when you're doing the shit too. Everybody's doing the shit. Oh, Monica talked to blogs. Oh, Monica was this and that. Yeah. Tweedledee, Tweedledum, da 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 da, all the way down the line, because every single one of these people have done that. And I think it is mind blowing that Heather keeps escaping this accusation when she is 100% guilty of it as well. It is astounding to me how good she is at completely spinning it and turning everything away from herself onto someone else. There was a moment when Lisa Barlow said, I know everything. I know. You know everything I know. And Lisa knows goddamn well that Heather is just as guilty as leaking shit, as getting shit to the blogs, as being a leak, as she is right there in the trenches with her. And for whatever reason, Heather remains unscathed from all of it. And she let me see. There's something that she said that I was like, oh my God, you did not just say that.
I mean, you're cooking, baby, because I was thinking the same. No, I was thinking the same thing, just about like, I feel like when it comes to Heather, I think Lisa's dramatic reaction, and when I say dramatic, baby, I mean, it was a tantrum. If you ask me,
it was.
I believe it's because she couldn't believe the audacity of Heather trying to take her down.
Yes, because Lisa knows. Lisa knows that part, Carlos. Like literally. Oh, Heather, when Lisa is storming away, Heather has the freaking nerve to turn to Lisa and say, you're creating this in your mind. I'm like, what? She's telling John on the phone, oh my God, John, oh my God, they're saying I'm the source. Oh my God, I can't, come fucking get me, John. You know, she's like going off on the phone with John. And Heather has the audacity to fucking say, I never said that. You're creating this in your mind. That is next level fuckery right there. Because you 100% just stood at that table and told everyone she's the source. And then you're going to make it look like Lisa's tripping on acid and just pulled that out of her ass and didn't just hear you say that. You're going to sit there and be like, you're creating this in your mind. When were people going to see that the real big bad wolf here is HG? I don't understand it. I don't. And am I saying Lisa's clean? Absolutely not.
No, and we're going to get to that too. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, 100%. Lisa has been in the muck, but I find this all so fascinating to watch, and that people are not clocking what's actually happening here. You know what I mean?
Yes, no, it's the reason why I call Heather the hbIC, because Heather, it stands for Heather be in charge. Heather is in charge of the girls. Let's have more conversation about that. Lizzie, that's an episode time in the future. You can take it. So what I will say, is I actually agree with you. Listen, I know tons of reality stars outside of Salt Lake City where, look, it is this thing to where people on these shows dig up stuff on their castmates as a form of storyline being used for the season. It happens across all of the shows. It's nothing new. The thing with Lisa is this: when Lisa is so adamant that nobody in the group would do it, it was sort of like, and how everybody was like, you're kind of telling on yourself. Like Heather said it, Whitney said it in their confessionals. And what was interesting to me is, look, why I believe Lisa is guilty is only because she did tell Bronwyn a few episodes ago that she was going to create a website. And leak her Bronwyn shit. So
very Von Teese of her. Very Von Teese of her.
I mean, the fact, so that's why I'm like, Lisa, the reason why I, as a viewer, believe you have something to do with it is only because you kind of threatened Bronwyn and said you would create this website. So it's plausible to think you would do it. And the overdramatics to me was literally like a toddler really trying to convince their parent, I didn't spill the milk on the ground. It was the ghost of Christmas past.
Well, and it's funny because she always does that. And I find it hilarious because when I was on the show, everyone's like, all she does is yell. All she does is scream. And I'm like, are you guys watching your fan fave? Are you watching Lisa? Because every episode she is, it's blowing my mind to watch, because Lisa went on Watch What Happens Live. I don't know if you saw this.
I saw a girl say it.
Yes. And she was crying because she couldn't believe that Heather did this to her, which I 100% believe, because I lived through and personally went through the Heather and Lisa team up to get me off the show. And when she started crying and was just like, I can't believe she did this, it's hurting my feelings, I'm just like, are you like, Carlos, I don't, she could have never dealt with what they put me through. Never. Because she lost her shit crying, throwing a tantrum, like you said. And it's wild to see someone that has personally done that to so many people feel so attacked when it's done to her. She kept saying, I'm not going to own up to stuff I didn't do. And that was exactly what I said at reunion when everyone was like, why didn't you just apologize? I said, I'm not apologizing for things I didn't do. I will apologize to Jen Shaw. because that is who deserved the apology. I didn't do shit to those women. It's the same thing with Lisa, where she's like, I'm not apologizing for something I didn't do. Here's the problem. She very well may not have done it. She very well may not have done it, because at the end of the day, I don't care what you want to believe, it doesn't change the truth, which is they all do it. Period.
They all do it. They
all do it.
Okay. So I do want to ask you this.
Yes.
Based on what you've seen in these past couple of episodes, and based on the fact that you know these ladies, you've been around them, you know way more than we do as a viewer.
Yes.
When it comes to Bronwyn's tea being revealed, I want to say a week or two after, her and Lisa got into that big fight at the party. Especially before I ask you this, especially when Bronwyn's like, look, she called me Conwyn, just like the person did on Twitter. They did a flashback. She actually called her Fraudwyn. When they show the tweets, it says Conwyn Fraudport. Yes. So these are things they're trying to say happened. Do you think, based on the timeline, the receipts, not to give you PTSD or anything,
literally, it lives in my nightmares.
I love you. Do you think Lisa has something to do with Bronwyn's shit being leaked, or do you think Lisa, in addition to other women on the show, did?
Okay, so I have to say this. That page that they showed where it said Conwyn, that page called me Konica. My whole season, it was Konica, Monicon, Konica, da-da-da-da-da. That same exact page that always called me a con is now turning Bronwyn and her name into the con. It's the same person. The same person. So when I saw that, I was like, you have got to be kidding me. This is the same mofo that changed my name with a con is now turning Bronwyn's name with a con. And I was like, that is very coincidental that the same effing page is doing the same thing to our names. How ironic. I do think that these women sit on information and decide when and how to use it at the best time that serves them. Yes, with Lisa's lawsuits coming out, it is obviously very interesting timing because now, and I think Heather did say this on the show, now no one's talking about her lawsuits. Now it's focused on this. And now all of a sudden we're back again to who is a blogger, which by the way, was the same shit that we were talking about last season and that we were talking about in season 4. So, I do find it interesting, of course. Do I think Lisa did it? 99% she did, but 99% so did Heather, 99% so did, you know what I mean? It's finding out who really did what is very tricky because like I said, they all do it. And I find it very also interesting that Heather Gay said to Lisa, you are smarter and darker than anyone. Carlos?
Monica?
No. Because the way that is exactly what I've said about Heather.
Girl.
I couldn't believe she said that. I'm like, bitch, that is you. Yeah.
No, she gagged me down to the ground when she said that. And look, she said, Lisa, you're smarter, darker than us, and you keep a scorecard. And I'm like, but this is what is so interesting to me. You got your ass handed to you last, the season you were on, because they all felt like, okay, Monica is talking to bloggers and she's doing this, and they all jumped on you. They all of them except Mary jumped down your throat. What is so interesting is this. It's the fact that all of these ladies believe that Lisa is capable of digging dirt on them and is digging sealed documents on Bronwyn, but they're not icing her out the group and demanding she leave the trip. They're trying to like say, oh, and they will forgive you. Why the double standard?
I mean, if I'm being 100% honest, I don't think that they like that I came on there and took from their light. That's honestly what I think. It has nothing to do. I did nothing that they have not done themselves. Period. End of story. Brittany secretly recording them came up again in this episode. So it's like, I've done nothing that you guys haven't done. And you met Brittany for a second, caught her secretly recording you, and immediately forgave her. So it doesn't make sense. None of that makes sense. You just didn't like that I came in and just like Taylor Swift said, honey, I girl boss too close to the sun. Okay. And you were given a little bit of a cloud and you didn't like that. And so get her off the fucking show. And that it is what it is because nothing else makes sense. They're willing to still film with Jen Shaw. So it just, you can't make sense of something that is completely illogical, but I do find it funny too, when Heather and Lisa started to walk off and she was like, you're saying I'm the source. You're saying I'm the source.
No. Do Lisa's voice.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. You're saying I'm the source. I'm not the fucking source. John, tell them I'm not the fucking source. And then Heather literally says, okay, so what if you are the leak? What's wrong with that? Carlos, good fucking bye. Goodbye. Fuck out of here with that. So now you're saying if she is the leak, if she is the source, what's wrong with that? Who cares? Carlos, I can't. I fucking can't. I really fucking can't.
But this is the thing. And this is the reason why Reality with the King is so important as a podcast for reality fans of Housewives or any other reality show is because, listen, and this is why this series we're doing where you're recapping with me is also so important is because we're trying to let you guys see things that aren't being shown, if that makes sense. It's like, we're recapping what's being shown, but we're going deeper with it from a producer level and from a former cast member level. And that's why this is so interesting to me because you guys have to really see the double standard and the fact that in this weird way, this is all I saw. I saw with Heather for sure. I even saw with Meredith. They're trying to help and protect Lisa at the same time, although exposing her because they have a job to do that's make good television. That's the only reason why she's being exposed. But even when Heather, who was sitting in her two-piece bikini on the bed with Whitney, and then the fact that she told Whitney, go get Meredith. And then Whitney did a backwards flip, got Meredith. Let me stop there and tell you guys what Heather was doing. Heather knew, I am going to bring Meredith, Lisa's BFF, into this room. And I'm going to ask her point blank if she believes it, because I'm going to use that against Lisa when I say, well, I not only don't believe you, Meredith doesn't either. Now, listen, Meredith is smart too. She knew not to say emphatically, I do believe her. She was like, well, if that is true, it's sad. And baby, when it all came to a hit at the table, and Lisa was like, if you tell me you do not have my back, like this, it was a threat. It was a threat.
It was like, don't break our alliance. That's what it was. It was like, don't you dare break our alliance. You better not have broken that.
That's exactly what it was. It was like, we made a pact when we got back together. That we would not expose, because let's be clear. The two groups who know the most about each other is Heather and Whitney as one group. They know a lot of their secrets about each other. The other group, baby, is Meredith and Lisa.
100%.
Because that threat was exactly that. Break our alliance if you want to. And that's why Meredith looked scared. And that's why when Brittany, which by the way, need to get your thoughts on this, girlfriend. When Brittany was exposed by Bronwyn and said, "No, I'm gonna." Girl, when she's like, "No, I'm gonna tell them what you said." So, anyways, Meredith, she said that you have seizures, honey.
No, you want to know the worst part about it, Carlos? Was when they showed the flashback, Bronwyn was like, I thought you were all good with Meredith. What's up with that? You know, I thought everything was good. I thought and then she goes there and she's like, she said you have seizures and you have. I'm like, oh my God. Like, you went from like soft coddling, like, oh, we're friends. Oh, true story. And then you went to like, you baby her ass. She can't stand you. She what, you know, like, I was like, whoa, the 180 was crazy. I felt really like bad for Brittany in that moment. Yeah.
Listen, I love Bronwyn. I feel bad
yes, you can
Brittany.
love them and be like, whoa.
Yes, no, I love her, and baby, I was gagged at the same time because I was sort of like,
yeah.
Now look, Bronwyn, I like you a lot, but fair is fair, and a spade is a spade. Mm-hmm. I did not like it because I felt that Brittany did nothing to warrant that level.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Of being exposed. It's sort of like, so I can't have a conversation with you, bitch. Without,
exactly.
And to me, it was Bronwyn's delivery. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She was sitting already. Couldn't wait to expose. I'm like, what did Brittany do to you, Bronwyn?
I know.
It looks like she's trying to like have your back a little bit with this.
I know.
Situation.
Okay, what did you think of the Meredith throwing a drink at Brittany and then Brittany retaliating and throwing it back at Meredith? Like,
Meredith's trying to keep her job.
No.
I mean, look, there's a thing. Not the wig shake. Monica, is that a wig shake? Guys, for those who are listening to this on the audio podcast, go to my YouTube channel at @TheCarlosKing_. You have to watch this too. Monica has a wig, a bob behind her that it's like a Chucky doll. I'm living.
It's Halloween time, honey. You already know. We getting our costumes ready.
Yes, honey. No, I'm living for it. Living for it, girlfriend. So no, I listen. When you are mad and you're throwing a drink on somebody, you're not going to place the drink delicately on someone's lap.
No. Yeah.
But what did you think about? I thought it was performative, personally. 100%.
I thought all of the things that I have seen these women do are all things that they accuse me of. And let me tell you what pisses me off. What pisses me off is that if I were to do that,
oh girl,
she's ghetto. She's bringing down the class. She belongs on Zeus. She's ratchet. She's this, she's that. But if they do it, it's acceptable. It's fine. I would have been escorted off the yacht, bitch. I would have been in a little tug boat in the middle of the night back to a fucking hotel because they would have been like, I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe. You know? But they can do it with each other. That's what it is. You know what the difference is, Carlos? And I know you know this. When they do something or say something, it doesn't hit the same as when I do it. It feels more intense, or it lands differently.
Listen, I'm going to piggyback what you said like 10 minutes ago. And this is me not kissing your ass. This is me just being honest with you, right? And this is me being a producer. When a new housewife enters an established show, where they feel like we're OGs and we all have helped develop this show to greatness.
Yes.
Raindrops, trust me, I've seen it for almost 20 years. What I can assure you, some, not all, some OGs are threatened by newbies.
Yes.
And I want you guys to understand that I am on Monica's side when I say, because again, I made this very public.
Yeah.
I said I stopped watching Salt Lake City when Jen Shaw left because I was like, okay, whatever. I like all the girls, but Jen was a draw to me. And when my raindrop said, baby, there's a Monica girl who is turning it over, I started watching strictly because of Monica. And the proof is in the pudding because the ratings went crazy high. And then on top of that, Monica was featured. The show and Monica was featured in the Los Angeles Times.
That was
which is like, I don't, raindrops. I don't think you guys understand the gravity of what that means. So when she says, look, they're doing things that even I didn't do.
Yes.
But maybe they were afraid of my light. I actually agree with you 1000%. I think they were like, we don't want the likeness of Monica to take over our show. And I do believe that in the finale of your season, I believe that was all set up by all of them. I think they all knew.
Yeah.
And I think they all pre-planned it. And I think it was, we need to get her off the show. It was to take down Monica Garcia. And I find it so interesting because if you are the same girls who felt that you couldn't be around Monica, I don't understand that. If y'all believe truthfully that Lisa is this person, then the person who you guys are portraying Lisa to be, that's way more dangerous than what Monica has done.
100%. 100%. People can sit here and be like, you tortured them. No, not even a little bit. Not at all. And trust, if I did, they would have legally come after me. Okay. The level that they went to, they would have done everything that they could. I've never talked about their businesses. I've never talked about, like, they're in the gutter right now with the shit that they're doing to each other that I never ever did. I mean, even the circle jerk comment was insane to accuse Angie's husband of. So, I mean, it's just like, the stuff that you do. I do want to point this out. This kind of segues into this. On Watch What Happens Live, Lisa Barlow said that she and Heather had a conversation. And Heather said, when I wanted everyone to hate you, and I finally got everyone to hate you, it didn't feel good. And the way I was like, people, please clock this. Please clock this, because that's exactly what was done to me. Heather wanted everyone to hate me. Heather wanted everyone to want me off the show and to ice me out. And it's exactly what happened. And I find it very interesting that we are seeing all these little things come to light this much later. And honestly, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that they are like, there's still a leak. You guys all do it. You guys are still talking to blogs. You guys are still digging out of Hades, bitch, on things on each other. Like, it's not a Monica issue. It's like you guys are still dealing with this 2 seasons later,
Yeah. No, listen, I feel like, I do feel like what's happening is your vindication is also on the horizon, because the entire season so far is about the fact that they are really trying to say that Lisa Barlow is dangerous, that she comes up with stuff and she leaks stuff. And that is what, to me, this season is about thus far.
Yeah.
Similarly to what they were trying to say about you. But again, Lisa on Watch What Happens Live, crying about Heather, exposing Heather. Once again, Heather isn't as innocent as people think she is.
No. I wish people knew.
I think they're slowly figuring out. But again, I need the audience. When you watch these shows, Raindrops, you have to watch it with both eyes open, because it's the nuance, and you always have to go back to character. If your character that you felt was like, this is a no-no for me, but it's a so-so for this person, then that lets you know there was bias intended. So look, I felt that what's happening is a lot of the skeletons are coming out the closet in this season. And this episode proved that to me.
Yeah. And also, we need to give a special shout out to our poor seasick queen, Angie K.
Yeah.
And her bestie, Mary, for not leaving her side, honey, because that is a real friendship right there. You are right there next to your girl while she is throwing up. You are a real one, period. End of story.
Yes. Yes. No, I loved it. It was comedy to cut back to what they were doing, hearing all the screams, the staff on the yacht, same thing. It was
when they were vacuuming and they were just
comedy. Who is vacuuming the glass? I'm like, they're like, we don't give a fuck about this show. We have to make sure that the safety precautions are there, because if one of you ladies step on glass, that's a situation for us. I thought that was so hilarious too.
Yes.
No.
So good.
Fantastic episode. Monica, thank you so much.
Thank you. And I do want to leave and say, you are loved. Just like the unicorn from Jared. You are loved, honey. You are loved.
I love her so much. Love you, Monica. And I'll see you on the next one, baby. Give my best to the baby.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.